Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to Aviary Attorney, where we've just learned that Valerty has destroyed evidence, and he continues to just be incompetent. I've taken a little break since the last episode, managed to calm my fraying nerves. I'll just say this, in regards to what was displayed by Valerty and Cocorico in the last episode. Correlation does not equal causation. Just because you saw a butterfly fly by your face, and then 30 seconds later a baseball hit you in the nose, that does not mean the butterfly caused the baseball to hit you in the nose. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, let's continue. Such unprofessionalism. If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. Nice try, JJ, but through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. No, you can't. Because we have another theory about poisoned chocolate. Also, saying that I can't think of any better reason, therefore this is a logical fallacy. That's an argument from ignorance. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning, and there he goes, giving the argument from ignorance. Wrong. There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison, something that investigative police blindly overlooked. Chocolat. Take a look at this. What is this? Falcon, how could this possibly have contained poison? Cocorico, are you an idiot, or are you being purposely dense? Well, you see, Oh, I did? Did I not? I picked the chocolate, didn't I? We lost a little favor with the jury? If you are quite done with your tomfoolery, JJ, I would like to see this alleged item that you believe to have contained poison. So, I can't present the chocolate? Or did I click on the wrong thing? Are we going to say it was the Don Quixote book page? I'm just going to assume I clicked the wrong thing somehow? It's the chocolate, right? Okay. I guess I misclicked. Either way, look at this. What am I supposed to be looking at? It is the wrapper to a piece of chocolate. It was found in the Louvre, in the Salle de Tibre, to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident. You're not suggesting that Major Howell ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am. Well, looks like we gained our favor back. Hopefully it's an equal or greater amount than we lost. Did you see this wrapper at the crime scene for yourself, Inspector? The police force does not have the time nor the resources to trawl every piece of trash at every crime scene, I'm afraid. Then what good are you? In other words, you overlooked it. Astounding unprofessionalism. The prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. I offer my apologies, Your Honor. I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damned job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. As you wish. I'll take my leave. Until next time, Mrs. So, let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene. Correct. And you have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident. I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be. Are we talking about Sparrowson? I don't know how wise that is, Falcon. I mean, I love Sparrowson, but he's not exactly what I would consider a star witness. You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Falcon? Oh, I see. But do you know for certain that Major Hal consumed this chocolate? Well, that is a fact that we are still investigating. I see. And do you have evidence that this chocolate was in fact poisoned? Well, we don't need that kind of evidence because the burden of proof is on you, as the prosecutor. Again, this is something that may require a little more time to definitively prove. So, then, in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Hal consumed some poisoned chocolate. And again, we don't need it because you don't have evidence that he was killed by a poisoned rose. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight from the gutter. That's weak, even for you, JJ, not as weak as your witness. Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. He is a man who claims to have had an excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath? Hello? Have we met you? I don't think so. I don't remember you, I don't believe. Hello? 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 Oh, right. The oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Please, state your full name and occupation for the court record. My name is Toussaint Kingsley, and I am a person who fishes. Have we met you? A person who fishes, so you are a fisherman? Oh, is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this. I beg your pardon? Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman, because, you didn't hear, all kingfishers are fishermen. But you are a fisherman, right? You just said you are? Well, you are carrying a fishing rod, and just attested that you are a person who fishes. Unless you are not a man, and then I could understand your objection, and then we could call you a fisherwoman or a fisher person. In fact, fine, you're a fisher person. Is that acceptable? And can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel and bait without being branded a fisherman? Are you claiming fisherman is a slur? Look, the prosecutor is carrying a riding crop. Clearly, he must be a horse jockey. Oh, for pity's sake, fine. We can just list your occupation as person who fishes and not fisherman. Thank you. Actually, why do you carry a riding crop, Severin? I've never seen you riding a horse. I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane? This is veering quite off the course. Could the prosecution please get back to his questions? Of course, Your Honor. Monsieur Kingsley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident? Yes, I was sitting upon a rail of the Pont des Arts. The Pont des Arts. That's the new bridge that's just a stone's throw away from the Louvre South entrance, correct? That's right. And what were you doing at the time of the incident? I was fishing. Kingfishers, am I right, Falcon? So, you would have had plenty of opportunity to see the people who entered and exited the palace. Can you tell us who you saw? Well, the Louvre's a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 a.m. I saw the king, Louis Philippe himself, enter the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course. Then around 9:30 a.m., I saw this shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance. Objection to shifty-looking? Oh, excellent. Your Honor, I object to the witness's use of the term shifty-looking. It's a vague and biased description. No, really, he looked super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. Sure you did. You've been reading too many murder mysteries. Also, have you been coached? Have you been told to lie? And then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem. Rub the stem of a rose, you say? As if he were applying something to the flower, perhaps? Well, Monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate. Of course, it was wrong of me to ask such a leading question, it was. But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some sort of powder on the stem. Wow, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Except you were, weren't you? Members of the court, it sounds like what we have here is a direct witnessing of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims that the rose was never poisoned, and yet, here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes. No, he didn't. Even if his testimony is word for word true, he only saw a fox rubbing a rose. He has no proof that there was poison being applied. I smell perjury. Me too, Sparrowson. You do? No question. He saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of the crime? That's not believable at all. I think you might be right. I wonder if I have any evidence that calls Toussaint's story into doubt. Yes, we do. We have the page, which proves he came from the opposite direction. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Really? This nonsense again? It is normal legal procedure. You just heard the witness directly describe your client readying poison on a rose. What is there to question? I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor. Fine. Do your thing. Go on, Falcon. Go make a fool out of yourself. All right. The Pont des Arts, because he came through the opposite side. That's where we found this page of Don Quixote, right? And I think... yes. Monsieur Kingsley, you say that you were sitting upon the railings of the Pont des Arts on the morning of the incident. Yep. What entrances can you see from that bridge? Monsieur Kingsley, you had a good view of the Louvre South entrance, didn't you? Yep. The Pont des Arts is a great vantage point for seeing the Grand Gallery's south side. What about the other entrances? Yes, like, Tuileries here. The other entrances? You mean like if you were entering from Tuileries Gardens or the, Place du Carrousel? No, I couldn't possibly see those areas from the bridge. But of course that isn't relevant. Monsieur Kingsley witnessed Prince Juan entering the south entrance with flower in hand, and that's what counts. What if he's wrong? What if Prince Juan didn't enter from the south entrance? What if he approached the Louvre from... Oh, you want to witness the gardener? Yes. Okay, did I click? Oh, I clicked inappropriately, sorry. I thought that... never mind, you understand. From Tuileries to the west. Tuileries Garden to the west. That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from Tuileries Gardens? As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I have definitive proof that Prince Juan approached from the west and not the south. Hey, I know what I saw, monsieur. I'm doubtful too. Go on, JJ. Show us this definitive proof that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from Tuileries Gardens. The book page. Look at this. A book page? Page 44 of Don Quixote, specifically. It was found just outside the Louvre's west entrance. This proves nothing. I'm not done yet. Take a look at this. Don Quixote. This is the book Prince Juan had been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he has had it on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. That was the first thing I checked. You do realize what this means, don't you, Tevaron? The defendant was present in Tuileries Gardens prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that in all likelihood, the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance and not the south. He could not possibly have been seen by Monsieur Kingsley from the Pont des Arts. What? I know what I saw, Monsieur. A fine theory, Falcon, but maybe the defendant took the long way around. One can still travel from Tuileries to the Louvre's south entrance by walking along the river. An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery? Let's not say silly things, Cocorico. Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation. Now you're the one who's blindly speculating. It's not blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis. You are fond of logic, aren't you, Cocorico? Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page from Prince Juan's book fell out on his way to the Louvre's south entrance. 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the off chance that it would be discovered, then he took the long way round. How dare you, the nerve of you to lecture me on such basic philosophical concepts? I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes. Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What is the point of all this yammering? The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction. No, everything I've said is the truth. I suspect that the witness isn't even a fisherman. I'm not a fisherman. See, he admits it himself. That was a very good ruse there, Falcon, using his own prejudices against him. That's not what I meant. Give me your favor, jury. Prosecutor, you have something that would put this arrogant Falcon in his place, don't you? I must concede. You concede? On this point at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key component of Monsieur Kingsley's testimony is false. No! This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has demonstrated is that this particular witness is unreliable. Yes, your second one in a row. I do hope you have something more up your sleeve. But I did see something. I really did. Alright, so maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty-looking fox. I made that part of the story up. But I did see a swan lurking around the south entrance on the morning of the murder. A swan? Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say? Your Honor, Judge Romulus, we're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start on the Hare versus Tortoise trial. It's that late already? Curses! I was hoping we could have the case wrapped up in a single trial session. But ultimately, an accurate sentencing is always preferable to a speedy sentencing. I'm actually really happy to hear you express that sentiment, Cocorico, because I was beginning to wonder about you. Yes, all right. I don't need to hear your moralizing. Court will resume this Friday.
The 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damned job. Get this stupid fox a conviction already.
I will do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor. That's a few days, isn't it? Isn't today Monday? So we've got 4 more days of investigation now?
A lot came up in that trial, huh?
Yes, no doubt about that.
But something's bothering me. Why would that Kingfisher guy, Monsieur Kingley, lie on the witness stand?
Maybe he was coerced. Well, it's possible that he was coerced or bribed.
That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman into making up a story about Prince Juan.
Let's keep an open mind. Anything is possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial. The judge or the swan? I mean, the judge very much seems to be biased. They did mention he saw the swan, and maybe he was telling the truth, so I'm going to go with Mademoiselle Signy. Mademoiselle Signy, I believe that she plays a key part in this case, but getting her to tell her story is proving difficult.
Surely you don't think that she's the real murderer?
I think I do, though perhaps we shouldn't have pressed her the first meeting. That could have been a bad mistake. Yes? Mystery person? Oh, Rabington.
Sorry to bother you, but this letter has just arrived. I think it's for you.
A letter? For me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office.
Have you been demoted to courier status, Rupert?
That is weird lettering on it, too. It's almost like cut-out typeface, isn't it? Must have been from a newspaper, since I don't think that magazines were a thing at this point.
Oh, hush, Barrowson. I don't need to be pitied by a first-year dropout. Oh, good comeback. So, what does the letter say, Falcon?
It's a threat. A threat made with cut-out newspaper letters.
Whoa, I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon, stop your investigation or there will be consequences. Scary.
There is no question that this letter originated from Major Howell's murderer. He, or she, must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth.
Sounds about right. But why would a person write with cut-out newspaper letters like this?
To disguise their handwriting. Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although I can't help but wonder, why would they bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to? Well, yet we don't. Who's to say that we won't have them in the future?
We're still going ahead with our investigation, though, right?
Abso-freaking-lutely. Oh yes, absolutely. If a lawyer were deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, with only 3 days before the next trial session, we can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow, you're right. Let's make those days count.
I certainly hope I can. I think I've already wasted at least one day by visiting the chocolate shop with nobody to ask them about. Alright, so we could go... Why is the courthouse an option that will take all day? I'm just very reluctant to click on that and waste another day. I don't want to go back to the chocolate place. Oh wait, no, that's the Louvre. Sorry. Here's the courthouse. My bad. Huh. we need to go to the associates now that we're not pressed for time because it wouldn't let us go anywhere before the trial because he asked us to go speak to Mousy and give him a code word. So let's do that first.
Oh, hello again. Hi, Mousy.
Mousy, we have a message for you. It's from Prince Juan himself.
He wants to know if the birds have flown south for the winter. Whatever that means.
No, I think he said the birds have flown south for the winter, not asking about it.
Oh, yes, the birds have migrated successfully.
Maybe he did ask? I had thought he said it as a statement instead of a question.
But if Prince Juan told you that, then that must mean he trusts you. He must want you to take these. Go on, take them.
Something torn? Certificates of some sort?
These are used train ticket stubs. It looks like 2 people took a railway trip to Vienna.
Interesting. So, the birds flying south for the winter. Was that Signy and another family member? Did they flee? Are they the real murderers or one of them and now they've fled the whole country?
What exactly is the point of this, Mousy?
Prince Juan said that they would help with the trial. See the names.
Gautier Signy, Nicole Signy.
Uh-huh.
I recognize the surname, but I don't know who these people are.
Neither do I, really. Monsieur, Prince Juan just told me to book the train tickets for these people, and then to make sure they caught the train. And so that's what I did.
Strange. I'm not sure exactly how these stubs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep hold of them just in case.
Well, apparently we're supposed to prove that one of these people is the murderer, and then to show they left the country so there's no recourse. Do they say anything more than just train ticket stubs? Nope. All right.
Let's go, Sparrowson. I'm done playing courier.
Good call.
That is almost certainly important. So are the ones with the time signatures for sure important? Should we go back to the Louvre? Well, Les Halls... Well, this place doesn't take a whole day, so perhaps we can see if the swan is there, or if she has indeed fled. Maybe those two were her relatives.
That's strange. I don't see any sign of the flower girl.
Yeah, probably because you scared her off with your crazy tact and finesse strategy, dummy.
Or maybe you scared her with your horrendous and inappropriate flirting technique.
I'll have you know that I can flirt like a peacock in tail fanning mode.
We really don't have time for this discussion. Let's just continue our investigation elsewhere.
Alright, so that place is useless. Let's go back to the Louvre, then. Falcon and Sparrowson once again find themselves in the Place du Carrousel, just outside the Louvre.
So, which exhibitions are we visiting today?
I'm actually hoping to maybe find the Kingfisher, since he said he was fishing here previously. He was at the Pont des Arts, so maybe the... Maybe we aren't going to find him here. It's not really a location. We found everything valuable here. Okay. The Place du Carrousel? Not yet. I am beginning to feel I've wasted a day. Sadly.
It looks like that porcupine fellow has left the building.
Did you want to ask him something?
Nothing in particular. I just wanted some more details on this Reynard Vulpes. But I suppose we'll have to leave it here for now.
Maybe our friend here can help us? Nope, apparently not. Okay, so that was a waste of time. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, except it's going to take a whole day to come back if we've forgotten something. We still don't know who to ask about at the chocolatiers. Okay, this is the last day. And we only have our own office as an option?
I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely.
Except we still can't prove the chocolate was poisoned. We haven't gotten to talk to the witness who said he saw a swan outside the Louvre. And, you know, just that we know next to nothing.
I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. We've still got 1 day until the trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards at Le Canard Joyeux. Is something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet.
Falcon, we need to talk.
Do you have information?
What's up?
See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized that we were missing a crucial piece of evidence.
What evidence would that be?
Well, we know that Major Howard consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning. But we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause.
That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will almost certainly bring that up.
Do you know a chemist?
So, I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison.
Oh God, Sparrowson. I mean, it's still here. You didn't eat the wrapper, did you?
Well, sure, that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish.
Surely there is some science at this time to detect whether there's latent poison on the wrapper.
Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrapper, Sparrowson?
Maybe.
Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that.
I knew you would say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper.
Oh God, Sparrowson. I'm going to be very put out if Sparrowson dies.
45 minutes ago.
Oh, no.
Sparrowson! Sparrowson!
Jesus Christ, what a needle.
Doctor, is Sparrowson okay?
Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed.
Oh, thank God.
How did you say this happened again?
It's a long story. Lawyering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this?
I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology.
Oh, Jesus.
But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment.
That's good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him.
Wait a moment. There is the matter of the bill.
We'll have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down.
I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands.
This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this.
Yes? Who are you that has finally found me?
Did someone say something?
Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Oh, this is our threatener? Who are you?
Who's speaking? I can't see you, Monsieur. Step forward.
All right, I'll step forward. But it will be the last thing you'll ever see.
And yet we saw nothing. He threw Falcon in the river.
Au revoir, JJ Falcon.
I don't know what voice to do for this person, so whatever. Is Falcon okay? Apparently so.
What's just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2.
Where are we?
Did it work?
You're having some optical problems?
Oh, Dame Cataline.
I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up.
I mean, we made no mistakes, I guess?
I made no mistakes. I did my duty as a lawyer.
Your duty put an innocent man on death row, Monsieur Falcon. I hope you're proud of that.
Not really. This has to be a dream, right?
It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Cataline.
It wasn't my fault. Is that the excuse you make after all your failures?
I'm not making excuses.
Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ.
Don't call me JJ.
That's all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow.
Was Falcon's grandfather a famous lawyer?
My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrowson. Have you come to berate me too?
What? No. I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, Monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up.
Okay. This is the day of the trial, right? We are at the Pont des Arts, so maybe we can see the Kingfisher? But we will get to that next time. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments and by leaving a like below. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.